LS Crazy Amigos, your boy Terry, not speaking from the garage shop, but speaking for the outdoors. You know, I've been getting a lot of questions, questions about the LSA. And, there are some advantages and disadvantages of the LSA. So I'm going to answer those questions. And I figured, what better way to answer the questions than to take a ride in my 71 Chevelle with the LSA on it. So we're going to cruise around and we're going to answer some of those questions, hopefully, that you have that you may be a little hesitant to put the LSA on, because there are some advantages and there are some disadvantages. So come on, let's take a ride.
Let the rhythm in.
Just like anything else, you got advantages and disadvantages to whatever you do to a car. Let's discuss the disadvantages of installing the LSA on your LSA equipped vehicle. One of the first disadvantages is, I know people are probably saying cost. Alright, well, you can't really call it a disadvantage, because anytime you use a supercharger on the engine, it's going to cost you something. And depending on how much legwork you do as far as getting the parts and where you get them from, it may not be that bad. You could expect to pay anywhere from between, like I said, depending on how much legwork you do, anywhere between, I would say, $1,800 to about $3,000 to have an LSA completely installed on your car. Somewhere in the neighborhood of that. Another disadvantage is the weight. Now, you got this LSA that weighs some pounds on it, along with the top, and then you also got the intercooler, the heat exchanger, you got your reservoir, and that's all going to be in the front of your car. Unless you put the ice box, the reservoir in the back, you're going to save a little poundage. But all that stuff is going to be on the front of your car. So it may weigh the front end down. So depending on if you got adjustable shocks and some coilovers, you may have to raise your car up just a little bit. Another disadvantage is, you ever heard the term, if you're spinning, you ain't winning? Meaning if your wheels breaking loose, you're not winning the race. That's all well and cool in this case, because when you put this LSA on your car, remember, you're adding another 150, 200 horsepower to your car and foot-pounds of torque. So if your car is not built for that, and you try to put slicks on your car, you're definitely going to break something. Another disadvantage is time. But then I really can't say that, because anytime you install an LS or any engine into your car, LSA, Supercharger, anytime, it's going to take you time. So those are, the biggest disadvantages of installing an LSA on your car. Now we're going to talk about the advantages. Advantages is efficiency. I have gotten better gas mileage while installing this LSA. Now, don't get me wrong. If you drive like a hooligan, you're gonna burn through gas and you're gonna burn through tires. Yes, all right. But if you drive like you got sense, you'll see, a difference in gas mileage, maybe 1 or 2 miles per gallon. It's not like it's gonna be like LSA on your car and you're gonna get like an extra 10 miles to the gallon. No, it's gonna be a couple of miles. But then again, it also works the opposite way towards an advantage. A disadvantage, because if when you first start out, you're gonna burn through some tires. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So that's almost like an advantage, because like you're gonna get this newfound power, and you're gonna definitely shred some tires. And another advantage is, you get that really cool whine. I don't know if you can hear it, but you get a really cool supercharger whine, which, and another advantage is the power. I'll give you an example. This car that we're driving in, before I put the LSA in, you remember the video where I got a dyno, it was pushing 460, 430 foot-pounds of torque, somewhere in the neighborhood of that. Once the LSA came to town, now the car's pushing 629, 620 foot-pounds of torque. Now you got to remember, that was in a 101 degree dyno, so today is about 50 degrees, 55 degrees. So I'm sure I'm feeling every bit of close to 700, because cold air, a forced induction car likes cold air. So depending on where you're at, temperature-wise, you're going to see a significant difference. And another advantage is the fun factor. You can light this car up at any given time. It's just so much fun. I have done burnouts to the point where I lost real estate. You know, I went through fourth gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, still lighting them up. Trying to get to fifth gear, incinerate the tires. And also with it, you gotta practice control, because you can just, I was in third gear and I just broke the tires loose. You know, so you gotta practice a little restraint, because you got some serious power, and it comes on immediately. So as far as I can see, I'm sure there's some more, but those are disadvantages and advantages of installing the LSA. Would I do it again? Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Now look at the clock in the dash, and it still works from 1971. I'm about to head on off, and beautiful day. I'm going to roll the windows down and take a nice little cruise. So, as always, if you like these videos, subscribe, hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to be putting more and more videos out, and that's just how we do it here. So as always, be easy, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Take care.